My name is Rhapsody, his name is Lollash, and welcome back to How to Beat Slay the Spire. Ooh, double elite.
Ooh, baby. And the
How?
shop straight after that is nice.
It is worth noting, this double elite path allows us, or rather prevents us from going on this second elite, so we do have an option to hug the hard left in order to get the second elite, but this one has more question marks, and then it's got a shop, and it's got more question marks. I think we go this one.
Yeah, that's the right path for sure.
Awesome.
Hey, plated armor, bro.
Yeah, so the opening attack here is usually 6x2, non-ascension. So we always adrenaline.
Yeah.
Always
and you probably
utilize. Yeah.
You're probably piercing well rather than leg sweep here. Gets it out of the deck. Also blocks all of the damage.
Mm-hmm. So I would contest that in that we have 5 energy this turn, and if we save Piercing Wail, we can just play everything else.
But you don't like Piercing Wail being in your deck, Rhapsody.
It's true.
He said, referencing the previous video that you should definitely go watch if you haven't watched yet.
Well, yeah, which it'd be weird if you ended up on this video without seeing the previous one. Go back. What have you done?
Yeah.
This is a mistake. This is on you. This isn't on me. Might be partly on Lollash.
Yeah, I think you can go either way. Really, it's up to you. I don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
Adding the extra 2 weak is nice.
This is going to make him weak forever. Okay, 4 and a 4. Okay, so this turn they usually do the oh god, is it 10? I can only remember the ascension numbers right now. I think it's 10 with lifesteal.
Well, Rhapsody, we have 6 energy and an acrobatics. Play the acrobatics. See what we get.
All right.
At the end of the day, I think
I'm initially just going to go through the debate of what are they going to do. If we drop the dash, we can just play everything.
No, you want to play dash. Dash is strong damage.
I mean, we can drop the survivor.
Yeah, I think you drop the survivor over the dash. We can still play everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Distraction first to make sure that we're not going to draw some silly draw card.
Oh, some silly draw card. All right. Well,
So
now
we
we might
probably
have
have to
to
get
drop
rid
the
of
dash. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we still can't play the entire hand anymore.
Yeah, we can. If we drop like dodge and roll, and then we footwork, and then we set up dash.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Footwork, set up dash. We've got outmaneuver. We're going to have way too much energy next turn. It's going to be bad business.
Well, we might have some card draw. He's weakened, so 11 block is more than enough.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's Alchemize. And way too much. All right, let's play the Alchemize. Oh, I love Dex Potions. Like, Dex Potions, I think, are probably the strongest potion in the game, save for regen when you need to use them between rests at camps.
I respectfully disagree.
All right. What is your pitch?
I think strength potions are typically better than dex potions because you have more zero cost attacks and you have more multi-strike attacks. You have very few multi-block attacks. Then on top of that, often draw and energy potions are better depending on whether your deck is stacked on energy or stacked on draw.
I'm
to
okay. So I would argue
in a vacuum, dex is probably better.
Yeah, I would argue that this game is more about defending than it is about being offensive. There are some fights where, yeah, sure, you have to race them, Log of Voolen, Book of Stabbing, Dono and Decker, etc. But moreover, it tends to be you need to defend the ever-loving hell out of yourself and deal damage where you can. Especially when you start getting into the Ascension modes. But when you get into a boss fight and you have like 2 Dex Potions, you just play both of them and you'll never take damage. Like, even with like really aggressive decks, you tend to just be able to tank everything from then on.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
All right. Acrobatics. If we drop the leg sweep, we can acrobatics again.
Yeah, I think we drop the leg sweep, we acrobatics. We drop
Survivor, we don't need the defense, and then we just play everything.
Yep.
Cool. This means we do need to play the Piercing Wail this turn. Otherwise, we won't be able to masterfully stab. I played those in the wrong order. No, did I play those? No, I couldn't have played them in a different order. Usually you want to play your largest attack first so that you can get through all of the armor and start working against the charges of plated armor. The enemy will lose charges of plated armor when it loses HP from attack. So you lose your use your highest attack first, but we can't do that in this situation. You know what I really want in this deck?
What?
Burst Plus.
Burst Plus would be sickening. I wouldn't mind seeing a Bouncing Flask.
Yes. I want both. Heck, let me get greedy with it. Give me both.
And give us a Catalyst Plus as well. Give us Burst Plus, Bouncing Flask Plus, Catalyst Plus. And then we just one-shot every boss.
Yep.
Throw in a Nightmare for good measure as well.
Yeah, you know
So
what?
then we
Also,
can
just
burst
deliver a couple $1,000 to my house, please.
I'm not going to do that.
Oh,
No.
damn it. I
But
thought that one was going to work.
I will encourage the Troll Engine to give us all of those things, except the thousands of dollars to your house.
Why? Alright. I
think this is a skip. I think all three of those cards are good. I think all three of those cards fit in the deck. I don't think we need to add them.
So, I agree, but there are so many multi-fights on this floor that will fuck with us, and we're going for 2 elites with no rest in between. If we go...
I'll take the Dagger Spray.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we have to take a Dagger Spray Plus just to secure us against those fights, in case we don't end up with the Noxious Fumes.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
I can get behind that. If I was picking any of those cards, it was Dagger Spray. It's just that you often don't need more than the 1 AoE, and I would like to find, I don't know, Noxious Fumes, Die, any of those things.
Cool. I think we don't Acrobatics this turn. We just dash, blur, Dagger Spray, neutralize, deal as much damage as we possibly can, and give ourselves 15 block for the next turn, which will completely defend ourselves against the 10 damage the Spheric Guardian does next turn.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
I can get behind that. This guy is likely to hit us at least once.
Oh yeah, almost certainly.
Especially when we draw both of our outmaneuvers in one hand.
Well, I mean, we're going to have so much energy for the next stand. It's going to be so good.
Yeah, we need an energy dump, like, desperately. Malaise Plus or Skewer.
So I
really... For this deck.
This guy's going to make us frail this turn as well. I really want to put Survivor back on top of our deck so that we have some block.
Yeah, well, it's better than putting Deflect on top of the deck, isn't it?
Not always, because sometimes discarding a card is a bad thing for you, but I think here especially, yeah.
We're definitely going to be able to block everything, so we alchemize for a potion first.
Sure.
We have 9 energy Rhapsody. You don't have to think about this turn.
Oh, okay.
Just play from right to left.
Okay. There was a second there where I was... no, we're not going to block everything, by the way. We're going to take 2 damage. That's the kind of thing that I was thinking about. Like, are we going to take any damage? This turn it's just another 10 from the enemy. So we've got to go for the distraction. This is why I don't like distraction. I don't like prepared. Not unless the deck is...
prepared here. There's nothing wrong with prepared here. What's on top of our deck? We only have 1 card.
Masterful Stab.
It's a Masterful Stab.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay, we can draw the Masterful Stab. We can drop... I think Yeah. Well, Piercing Wail we want next turn, not this turn. So hopefully we just end up with it.
Piercing Wail blocks 6 this turn. Dodge and Roll blocks 6 this turn and 6 next turn.
Yeah. Ow, stop hitting me.
You know what would have been amazing? If that last card was a grand finale.
If only.
If only.
Oh god.
Can never make it.
I just realized this series means you're going to make me play a fucking grand finale deck at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the money shot deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we blur just to...
It's the big finish. Yeah, you blur here.
fully defend.
I get to carry 4 block over. This guy's a bit of a jerk.
He is a giant jerk. More than agreed. You know what? I'm just going to maintain blocks. Gotta do... 19 damage. Where do I even get 19 damage from? Okay, so we did a single hit last turn, which means Piercing Wail is a good hit this turn.
Yep. And
We got
Neutralize
Left
is obviously good.
Yeah, Neutralize is obviously good. It's just I'm looking at our deck like, okay, what can get? I mean, Dagger Spray and Poison Stab are both really good.
Dagger Spray, Poison Stab, even Acrobatics would be solid here.
Okay, we've got the kill then. Acrobatics takes both of them out of our deck, and we use both of them. We win. In fact, just the Poison Stab because of the Snecko Skull was a kill. So Poison Potion actually does do an additional poison as a result of Snecko Skull.
Yep.
I think we pass up the Fire Potion.
I think we drop a Dex Potion. I don't think we need two of them. And I think having the burst damage from a Fire Potion is something that we don't have in this deck.
It's true. That's definitely true. Okay. I can get behind that.
As far as cards are concerned, this is a skip, right?
Yes.
We don't have any power synergy, so Infinite Blades is just 4 damage a turn. It's really not that great.
Yep.
We don't have the discard synergy for Underhanded Strike. We're super sad that we drew Piercing Wail this turn and not next turn. Distraction into Blur. Blur's actually really good here, because you Blur Leg Sweep, Dodge and Roll, and you block all the damage next turn.
Do we, or do we use an outmaneuver instead of a Dodge and Roll? Because a leg sweep with Blur already blocks all of the... Well, it does, because you leg sweep one of them. Yeah. So we'll leg sweep a higher health target, because we're less likely to kill it early.
This is one of those fights where that burst damage may actually prove to be really valuable.
Oh yeah, extremely. This is also one of those fights where I really, really desperately want a goddamn Noxious Fumes in this deck. I think we drop a Fire Potion, then Alchemize.
Yep.
Cool.
I agree. And we hope for an Explodey Potion.
Rough.
Regen is sad.
I'm just going to keep this guy neutralized.
Yeah, right. I can get behind that.
Cool.
There is an argument to be made for neutralizing the front bird because it sets him to 12 HP, which is Dagger Spray kill range.
Mm-hmm. Except Dagger Spray's in our discard pile right now.
I know. I'm so sad because of it too.
Extremely.
So the Acrobatics first to go digging.
Yeah, I'm just sad that we don't have a higher cost card in our hands so we can set up that and then Acrobats, but... What? Oh, we have two Dagger Sprays! We did it! We did it, Reddit! I think we dropped the Blur here. Or the outmaneuver. I could get behind that as well.
I think you dropped the outmaneuver.
Okay. Dagger Spray flying me. These two are dealing 9 this turn, except for this guy is going to deal 7.
Yeah, no, you set up the dash and Blur.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, set up the dash and deflect.
Yes.
Is what I meant.
Mm-hmm. Right. Take 1 damage.
Ow! Ow, my damages though.
Have to play this.
That's right. Drop Blur, we kill him.
Yeah. Just trying to see whether or not we have the damage for it. So these two get a kill here.
Rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
Those two don't get a kill there.
What do you mean?
Don't try and hide from your mismath.
I've never mismathed in my life. And it's not like anyone can...
I give you a big clue.
Mm-hmm.
I give you a big clue. 8 plus 4 does not equal 13. Okay? Alright, just wanna throw that out.
You're right, it equals 14, which is why we overkilled him. Alright. Here, I actually don't want anything. I don't like Crippling Poison as much as you like Crippling Poison. I know we need a little bit of a energy sink, but I don't think Crippling Poison is that powerful of an energy sink. We already have the ability on a single target to pretty much permanently weaken it, and that poison is not that much.
Yeah, like, Crippling Poison with an upgrade is 6 poison, 5 weak with Snecko Skull, which is not bad. But I think we skip. I don't think... We don't have catalysts, we don't have corpse explosions, so stacking up poison quickly isn't our goal.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is staying alive and chipping away at the enemies. That's how this deck works. And I don't think Crippling Poison works towards that goal.
So I don't want to take this Strength Potion because we don't actually have that many, like, direct hits.
We don't, But we do have a pair of dagger sprays, so that's like +4 damage per dagger spray.
I'm
is...
mostly worried that I don't want to drop any of these right now. Like, this is huge on a single target for us.
Yeah, I think you can skip
damage.
the strength potion here.
Yeah.
This deck's too defensive.
Which is a problem. We desperately Oh, okay. Choose one of 20 and we're going to find that fucking noxious fumes. You ready?
Well, yeah, noxious fumes would be good, but there are some other great options as well.
There's an adrenaline.
I know.
There's an adrenaline. Why do I... There's also a skewer, but it is adrenaline. There's also a predator. Oh, man.
So I think you probably take predator.
Yeah.
Because we have cards dedicated to giving us energy. Predator is a high damage burst attack that gives us draw on the following turn, and it combos perfectly with outmaneuvers, right? Because if you Predator plus outmaneuver, you draw 2 cards, gain 2 energy on the following turn.
You want to know something else really cool about Predator? We're going to get the Necronomicon this floor, and it's going to be fucking insane.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that. If we don't get the Necronomicon, you owe me a cheeseburger.
All right.
All right, so...
You can't tell what they're going to do on the first turn. Sometimes they double attack, sometimes they don't. It's just like...
Yeah, so you're going to play everything in your hand. That's just how this rolls.
So do you usually kill the Mystic first, or do you kill the Centaurian? This
is such a trap. I used to kill the Mystic first all the time. Lower HP pool, sure it gets blocked, but it also heals. You don't. You definitely kill the Centurion first, because if you kill the Mystic, the Centurion starts triple attacking for like 8 damage apiece. And never blocks, because the Mystic's not there.
So we have an Alchemize in our deck. Do you want to drop a poison potion on him?
Yeah, I would poison Shiv Masterful Stab here for sure.
Yep.
And we might take some damage here, depending on what they decided to do on their first turn, but...
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh, we actually took 0 damage there because of the,
Shackled effect.
There we go.
Yeah.
To me, that's called Burr, apparently.
Burr.
Burr.
Burr. Jesus, Rhapsody.
Just
shocking.
Dash,
it's just dash
survivor?
dodge and roll. It's dash dodge and roll, I think. Oh no, we are frail. Maybe it's leg sweep survivor. And we just don't do damage this turn, but we weaken the front guy.
Leg sweep survivor. Ooh. But like,
I think it is.
I mean, we do have 2 dagger sprays coming up. All right. I'm with it.
It makes me feel bad as an aggressive player. It makes me feel bad doing that. But I mean, look at this hand.
Set up a predator and then acrobatics. We draw the predator for 0. Sure, we spend 2, but we also get to draw 3 other cards, right?
Yeah. I would probably set up the predator, and then like... Yeah, no, you're right. Let's go that route. That's fine.
Drop the outmaneuver.
Adrenaline's delicious.
Rest of the cards are too important.
I think you drop the dagger spray. I think we want to play the outmaneuver this turn because we are predatoring this turn.
The dagger spray is 24 damage.
Yeah.
It's 24 damage.
Maybe you drop the footwork. I think you really want to outmaneuver. What's in our deck?
We've got another outmaneuver in our deck, and we're going to be drawing 2 cards with the adrenaline.
Okay, drop the outmaneuver.
Awesome. All right. Boom. Outmaneuver and flying knee. Come on.
Now we have to pick, Rhapsody.
Well, I mean, okay, so for what it's worth, the footwork's not going to do anything this turn. And it's not going to do that much next turn either. I mean, sure, we're going to be drawing 2 extra cards because of the Predator, but I think we can go all out aggressive here.
Yeah, just whack him.
Yeah.
Just whack him in the face. We've got a regen potion as well, and we're not taking a lot of damage with this deck, so...
Sure. We also get 6 block from the Orichalcum.
I'd completely forgotten that even existed.
Me too.
Because it's a terrible relic in this deck. With all that energy that we have, it's delicious.
Yeah, we're going to be able to play everything. It's just what do we discard with the Survivor? I think it has to be Blur.
I think we get rid of Blur. We want to go aggressive this turn for sure.
Uh-huh.
You need to math out the attacks here because Masterful Stab does, what, 15?
This is 9 and this is 8, so we can kill the Centurion with just the Poison Stab and the Flying Knee.
But then you're wasting the poison. It'd be better to have the poison on the other guy.
That's true. That's true. But if we do that, we have to Masterful Stab plus neutralize the front line, so we're not using neutralize on the Mystic.
Waste the poison. Waste the poison.
I think we have to.
Bad.
Because this Mystic is just going to start attacking every turn right now, and they make us frail. Predator Footwork, Predator Footwork leg sweep?
Yep. Yeah, that's an easy turn.
Enemy's going to be weak for another 3 turns. Oh, you actually still heal yourself. See, I so regularly kill the Mystic first that I don't even know how it acts when it's alone on the field. I'm not familiar.
Yeah, he just sits there. He's really not that threatening. He does like 8 damage, and then he heals himself. Occasionally he'll buff his strength. Like, he's just terrible.
So since he was on full health at the start of this fight, there's no way he would have... Well, at the start of that round, rather, there's no way he would have chosen to do the heal.
Yep.
Beautiful. Another regen potion. I don't think
it's
we need
worth.
it.
We don't lose a lot of hit points, no.
We could take a heal hook. If we had an Envenom, then I would like to make an argument for the Riddle with holes, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I want to take Riddle.
We don't even have an Envenom yet, my dude, and it's a legendary rare.
We don't have an Envenom. We don't have much in the way of strength gain other than like the occasional strength potion. But it's Riddle with holes. No, we're not going to take it. This is a skip.
It could be a skip, but it could be a heal hook.
I mean, you could take heal hook. We do reliably keep things weakened between leg sweep and thing, but we're just thickening out our deck.
We are, but heal hook giving you an energy and giving you a card makes heal hook have no effect. In the majority of cases, we will have someone weakened already.
In the majority of cases. But in that one turn where we draw heal hook on the first turn and don't have a weakened source, dead card.
I know. I agree.
At the moment, we don't have dead cards in our deck, really.
True.
There's nothing that we draw and go, oh, we didn't want to draw that. Everything we draw, like sometimes we draw more defense than we need on a turn, but it's still defense, and we have blur and things to keep that going.
Cool. So I think we start with like strength potion, dex potion here.
Yeah, I think your strength potion, dex potion, alchemize, and then dash.
Dex potion again.
Yeah, right. Why not? We have an infinite source of potions. Normally, I wouldn't like to be that greedy, but
the largest amount of damage comes from the backliner, by the way, so that's going to be where we neutralize.
Well, you focus everything on the backliner to start with because Entangle is literally the worst thing ever in this game.
See, we used 2 dex potions and a lot of defense there, and we still took damage. I hate this fight so much.
I perfected these guys earlier today on Ascension Mode 6. So good. It felt so good. So you ditch.
Outmaneuver.
Yeah, I think outmaneuver's correct.
Again, we'll just continue weakening this guy.
No. No. He's already weakened and he's dead next turn.
Is he? We have no other hits. Like, okay, we do have dagger sprays in there, but like.
Yeah. So you poison stab him for sure, but you leg sweep the front guy.
How about we distraction first? Like, just see what's in the box.
What's in the box? Yeah. So now poison stab plus deadly poison on the back guy.
Yeah.
And he's going to take 1,000,000 damage, and then, yeah, this is great.
Mhm.
And now 2 of them are weakened, so we only take 0 damage.
Oh, we've been made vulnerable. That's not good. Whew.
Yeah, but back guy is dead to anything.
Mm-hmm. Sif Breeze.
And we have Piercing Wail, so, I mean, we're definitely Piercing Wailing here, right?
We are. It's just unfortunate. We're exactly 1 energy away from being able to do, you know, our very best, like no one ever was. We Flying Knee the back line. We Predator the front, because the more card draw next turn. I mean, do we need the more card draw next turn? We've got
I
double
don't think
dagger
we
spray.
need the more card draw.
Mm.
Yeah, I think we've got double Dagger Spray coming up. I think we just Flying Knee the front line and double dodge and roll. Oh, sorry, back line. And then double
Good.
dodge and roll.
Okay. I was about to go, wait,
yeah.
what? How did I fuck that up? It's kind of telling here that you said that wrong. And I thought, wait, what did I fuck up? I didn't even think it was you.
It's alright.
Damn.
So, I mean, this is definitely Dagger Spray, Dagger Spray. Like, there's no way around that. Do we Acrobatics first?
Acrobatics
just to see
first.
what's in the box?
Always.
No, you draw last, Rhapsody. Haven't you ever played a card game before? You always draw last.
This is some of that potent sarcasm I've heard so much about.
So we're gonna ditch Deadly Poison, I think, because I think we want to set up the Predator and we want a Footwork and Survivor.
But we can't set up the Predator, Footwork, Survivor, Dagger Spray, that's 5.
Okay, so we don't play Footwork. We already have +6 Dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
Or we do play the Footwork, depending on how much defense we actually think we're going to need. But either way, we get rid of the Deadly Poison, because we're not playing Deadly Poison.
Okay.
28 block is more than enough.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, look, a Aww. I think we still leg sweep the front line because this guy does a higher amount of damage, and because it's percentage based, we'll be blocking more damage by leg sweeping the guy, even if we're targeting him.
Yeah, it's fine. At the end of the day, once front guy dies next turn, and he will die next turn, we're taking like 8 damage a turn. It's really...
Ooh, if we did not leg sweep the front line there, we would have taken damage.
Yeah.
Flying Knee here so that we can poison stab here.
Yep.
And
all the block.
Well, I mean, we don't play all of the block because this guy can't deal more than 17 damage.
This guy can't deal more than like 7 damage to us, to be honest. I think his biggest attack is like an 8.
I think he has a 10 on a straight hit, but again, I might be thinking of Ascension.
Yeah, I think that's Ascension.
Delicious. And then I'm just going to end my turn immediately and watch him die. Beautiful. All right, Overmooring. Negate the next 2 curses you obtain. We don't want curses in this deck, so yes, we do want that one.
Yeah.
Catalyst.
There's our Catalyst Plus.
I mean, if it wasn't upgraded, maybe not. But it is upgraded. And we are already super incentivized to take the next poison.
Yeah, I would have taken Catalyst even if it wasn't upgraded, because we don't have a lot of excellent upgrade targets in this deck.
It's true.
And Catalyst is an excellent upgrade target.
Dagger Spray occurs every time. In fact, literally all of these occur. So now it's just about whether or not I want to apply a weaken or a poison. I think on the first turn, this guy does like a 7 attack. So a poison, then a weaken will
8.
actually... Is that Ascension?
It's 8. No, 8 is the default attack value of these guys. It's 9 on Ascension. He's just a Sentinel from the first floor. So neutralize will only take us down to 6.
So we can deal 9 damage this turn. 9 plus 4 is 13, and then an extra 15 is lethal. We can actually just kill him, as long as we do the poison stab second.
Yep.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to take a little second to figure out. It's overkill by 1, yeah. But if we didn't do the poison, like if we did the poison first, we wouldn't have had the damage for it. Catalyst will actually remove 1 artifacting here. Funny enough. Because it will trigger the... Oh, will it trigger the Snecko Scully, but they don't have anything? That's an interesting thing to find out a different day. Not today.
Yeah. I don't think it does, because you don't actually apply any debuffs, tripling the enemy's poison. Because you don't actually apply any new poison to him.
Well, I mean, this is never going to be useful against this guy. We don't have enough. Like, for 3 artifacting, we're not going to get that deep.
You just Terra to remove an artifact, is all.
I kind of want a Catalyst to see if this removes an artifact.
You can, if you'd like to. But remember that...
It didn't. You're right.
If you Catalyst just a single poison stab on him, it would kill him in 2 turns.
That's true, but we also do need to get through, like, a lot more before we can do that.
It's not that hard. Like, right now, if you Piercing Whale leg sweep, he loses all of his debuffs, and then on the following turn, you could poison stab.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. It is. This guy can be a bit of a jerk with all of his artifact.
He definitely can. I kind of want to drop the Flying Knee here.
I think we'd like the energy for next turn. I think you drop a dodge and roll. We're going to be hitting him with a Piercing Whale and a leg sweep, and even though he won't be weakened,
he won't be weakened and he won't be Piercing Whaled. And this turn is when he does his 20 damage. So I really wanted to, like, footwork, leg sweep, dodge and roll, dodge and roll. So that's 10. We end up with exactly 21.
Okay. Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Cool. Work, dodge and roll, leg sweep. All right, it's 3 because it's an upgraded footwork. We still did need all of that to get that done. Do we want a Piercing Whale or do we want to alchemize?
I think you want a Piercing Whale just to remove more of that artifact. Yeah.
We've also got 12 carry on for the next turn because of the double dodge and roll last turn, which means we're completely protected this turn as well. Which actually gives us the ability
to blur.
Yeah. Carry a lot of that on. We're almost completely protected for this turn as well. Hell yeah.
Blur is so strong.
I really want to Acrobatics looking for Alchemize or like Poison Stab or something.
Yeah, you're definitely Acrobatics in first here, because all the other cards do nothing on this turn anyway. And then you're ditching an outmaneuver, because we don't need 2 of them.
Yeah. Yes.
And then you play everything.
Everything?
Well, you set up an outmaneuver, I think. Or no, you set up the dodge and roll.
So, dodge and roll this turn will block the rest of the incoming damage and block us for 6 next turn.
20 turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you set up the outmaneuver. I'd forgotten what turn
we were on.
But
we need to use a Poison Stab. We only have 2 energy left, so it's dodge and Poison Stab.
Yeah, okay. Alright, that works. And now, we just want to draw Catalyze.
Mm-hmm.
Which we aren't going to do, because it's in our discard pile.
We aren't? What fucking moron did that? I think it's worth the science. I don't think it's going to make a significant difference in this fight.
I did tell you. I did tell you.
I've been told a lot of things. Some people say this, some people say that. I don't know. Right, so we
have to survive. This is a 20 turn.
I was just trying to keep track of that because I forgot what turn we were on. Yay! Oh, but he was weakened. We're fine anyway. Setup does not enable us to use the Masterful Stab. So the Masterful Stab has been dead in a lot of our recent hands.
Yeah, we've ended up overbloating, but I think we have reached the point where Masterful Stab has worn out its welcome, and we'll probably be looking to remove it at our next removal option.
I think we skip
Unless
it.
we're given something better. Yeah, this is another skip for sure.
Same with the energy potion?
Do we ever have energy issues?
Exactly. It's worth mentioning. This is an instructional series as well as a debating series. Oh, we got one of the dagger sprays. Good. Unfortunately, we don't have a strength potion, so we're going to need to waste, like, Dagger Spray, dash, flying knee. Because if we get weakened,
Yeah.
we're gonna be sad.
Yeah, you just kill, like, the trick to this fight, I think a lot of people, like, see a weak gremlin, like a shield gremlin, and choose to ignore it. And only kill, like, wizard gremlins and angry gremlins and stuff. You need to kill the gremlins every time they pop up. If you do that, the big guy very rarely uses any kind of significant attack.
Except he can attack on the first turn for a 6x3, so I want to use a dex potion and then dodge and roll.
Yeah, right. I can get behind that.
Awesome. We could also consider using our regen potion, considering we tend to end up with too many potions, and we're probably going to have a long enough fight to get all of the value out of it. Sure, it is only giving us 11 HP, but...
I would actually pop the second dex. Second dex means we block 18 damage, which is all the damage he deals. We may even end up perfecting this boss. I don't think we need to pop the regen potion. Perfecting elites, by the way, gives you a bonus to your score at the end of the run.
It does indeed. It gives you the champion bonus, which is 25 per elite, and then there's perfect, which I think is 50 per boss. If you get all 3 bosses, you get beyond perfect, which is 200 extra. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's pretty gross.
I think it's footwork, dodge and roll, predator, poison stab.
I think you start with an acrobatics, just in case, like, dodge and roll is nice, but a blur would be better than a dodge and roll.
It would, but if we use an acrobatics and a blur, we're not using a footwork. I think as soon as we put a footwork down, any block on any turn will just completely protect us. We've got 7 decks at that point. In fact, it also gives us just 11 next turn. Save, like, double Mad Gremlin? I don't know if many people get through that. Not Mad Gremlin, I mean Sneaky Gremlin. Sorry. That's the one that I meant.
Rogue. Stabby Gremlin.
Exactly. Can we distraction first, see what we get? Open the box.
Yeah. Look in the box. Maybe we get... So there's a couple of things you could do here.
So, can I tell you what I want to do? And then, okay, how about we both formulate an idea of which one we think is the fucking coolest option here, and then we'll pitch them. I'll pitch mine and see if you agree. Because I think you might.
Okay. Okay.
Nightmare Masterful Nightmare the Blur.
Nightmare Blur is one of the 2 options I would have gone for. It was either Nightmare Blur or Nightmare Masterful Stab.
What? Are you now joking?
No, I'm not. We need single target damage to bring this guy down.
If you have 3 Masterful Stabs in the same hand, you can never play them. Masterful Stab can't be played.
Right. I'm thinking Clash.
So I was constantly... I actually had a discussion about this in an episode recently, where I was talking about Masterful Stab, and I was saying it would be a much, much, much better card in my estimation if you could play it if there were only Masterful Stabs in your hand.
Yeah, if the text said can only be played if there are only Masterful Stabs in your hand. I mean, there was also an argument for triple Dagger Stab, Dagger Spray next turn.
There is, except putting 3 blurs in our next hand means that we will be permanently defended forever. Which... Well,
not forever, but almost forever.
For effectively forever.
Yeah. Dagger Spray is +2 strength to both of them, but does set them both into kill range.
With a single Dagger Spray next turn, which we don't have access to currently, though.
Yeah, we do have a Piercing Wail, though. I think you've got a Survivor.
What? He just summoned them this turn, so usually this turn he's going to do a buff.
It's a buff. Yeah, that's true.
But that does mean that next turn he'll attack because we couldn't clear them, but we weren't going to be able to clear them anyway.
Yeah, but we have a blow, so playing the Survivor is a lot of block this turn, and I don't think Alchemize helps us. I think we'll have another opportunity to play Alchemize.
Okay. I wanted to play Alchemize because that's exactly what I was worried about, whether or not we'd have another opportunity to. Because I think this turn is just blur, blur, blur. Oh, you did the big hits. It's just blur. Oh, we took damage. is just blur, blur, blur. And
Well, yeah, it's blur, blur, blur,
Good.
piercing wail, right?
yeah. So
And then we hope we find some dagger sprays.
Good thing we got a second one in the deck.
I know, right? It was a good idea.
Acrobatics looking for one.
Acrobatics first. Yep.
There we got one. I think we can consider dropping the blur so that we can dagger spray, dash, neutralize, deflect as well.
Yep. I think that's fine. So we need to clear the trashy gremlins.
Yep. It's entirely essential you do that because this guy only chooses to attack when he has 3 gremlins on the field. Or rather, almost only ever chooses to attack when he has 3 gremlins on the field. I have seen him attack solo, but it is rare. Blur, Survivor, the dodge and roll. I mean, I really want to use the Alchemist. That's the thing.
Well, you can play everything.
No, because
you just
Survivor
have
has to drop
survive
something.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah. What gives us more? We blur.
We blur.
Yeah.
I mean, this
we
does
blur.
give us 22, but I mean, we're not going to need it. We just need to maintain what we currently have for more turns. Block potion. Good. We really need one of those right now. That was what was wrong with this deck. Not enough block potions.
Oh dear. So this might be a
Catalyze a poison stab on a fat gremlin.
no. This might be a predator poison stab catalyze on the big guy.
Oh,
and
and
just get weakened this turn.
I was thinking like Predator, the fat gremlin, poison stab, catalyze here, but I mean, we can definitely do that. But our next hand, we already know what our next hand is.
Yeah, and we have a blur next turn to persist our block. So I think we need to start getting some damage on the big guy. Like we've been whittling him down really, really slowly.
Definitely true. Definitely true.
And it's not a big deal. This fight can go as long as you want it to, but now with double dagger spray, we come very close to just winning.
Then
Right?
blur,
Blur,
deflect.
dodge and roll.
I kind of want to set up the leg sweep.
Yeah, that's fine as well. And it doesn't matter, Rhapsody.
It doesn't,
because
I
he's
know.
dead next turn. And that's why I thought we'd go with the catalyze. Now, all we need to do is find ourselves a bouncing poison, a poison flask, or a bouncing flask.
Yep.
I'll eventually get the name right.
Mm-hmm. So it's the trade.
Yeah, I think you take tools here rather than another poison stab.
Awesome. I don't want Dead Branch.
You hate Dead Branch.
No, I hate Dead Branch in some specific circumstances.
You irrationally hate Dead Branch.
Not always. I think
How many exhaust cards do we actually have? We have a piercing wail,
got
a distraction.
Piercing Whale, and the Catalyst,
Adrenaline.
and the Adrenaline, and the Alchemize. So we've got 5.
Okay.
We don't end up with excess energy as often anymore. In fact, very rarely nowadays. So I think getting another card in hand from the exhaust isn't always going to be a playable card. In fact, I don't think
It won't
will.
always be a playable card, but sometimes it will be.
Okay.
The question is, playing an extra card. Let's say playing an extra card on 6 turns. Let's just estimate. I don't know. I think you could take it or leave it. I would take it for the memes. Because it could give us a Noxious Fumes, it could give us a Bouncing Flask, it could give us...
It could do. Ornamental Fan, every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. See, that is a dex that, like, Ornamental Fan makes you want to go super hard into shivs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this is interesting.
So, Bottled Tornado.
We have footwork.
For tools of the trade.
Yeah, footwork and tools of the trade. That's true. I would put it on footwork personally.
We have a lot of block. I don't think we need the dex first turn.
I mean, in that fight, we used 2 dex potions and a footwork, and we still got hit.
No, that was the slavers, and the slavers don't count. The slavers are OP.
No, we got hit once in that fight. We took exactly 1 damage. Because I was like, we're only gonna get 11 HP, and now we would have gotten 12 HP from the regen potion.
Right. Okay. I think. So I think Bottled Tornado is the pick. I don't think we need the healing from meat. Dreamcatcher isn't a relic. I don't think we want Endless Agonies. I think you could make an argument for an Acrobatics, the second Acrobatics for the additional card draw, but once again, we're managing to use all of our energy.
If I was going to make that argument, I would have made that argument, let's not get Bottled Tornado, let's instead get Master of Strategy.
Yeah. Yeah. But you want Bottled Tornado. So here's the thing. With Bottled Tornado, your deck is 20% smaller. I mean, you love thin decks, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you take Bottled Tornado, so you can tools the trade turn 1, your deck is 20% smaller.
Mm-hmm.
The worst 20% of your cards, you never draw.
All right. I would go footwork personally, but I'll do this. We remove the Masterful Stab.
Yeah, I think its heyday is finished. As sad as I am to see it go. But we made it work. Like, see, Masterful Stab worked just fine.
These guys open really aggressively, and I fucking hate it. It's usually like 12 and then 6 times 2, so it's 24 opening damage. If only we had, I don't know, like some sort of just spitballing
Rhapsody.
Here. Sorry?
Rhapsody. Footwork would give us 3 whole additional block.
It would.
3. Mm-hmm. 3 whole additional block in this hand.
Exactly.
3. Rhapsody. 3.
That's 3 more than we would have had.
This is an easy turn. Tools, Predator the backline, Survivor, doesn't matter what you discard, play a block potion.
Okay. Tools, Predator the backline, Survivor.
Yep.
Okay. That's not exactly what I was going to go with.
What were you going to do instead?
I was trying to think of a way that would allow me to play both Predator and at least one of the generators, energy generators. I hadn't yet formulated it, but I was still trying to think of that. All right.
It's fine.
Catalyst, because we have no way to activate it right now.
Yep.
Distraction first. See if we get anything that changes what we do.
It'll be a bouncing... Oh, PK. PK's great. What's left in our deck, though? Oh, I mean, we're going to play it because it's 0 cost and it doesn't exhaust. But...
I mean, literally just Poison Stab, so it's a good one. It's a good PK right here. Whew.
It's really pretty solid PK.
Oh, never mind. No Poison Stab in our deck anymore.
That PK is going to do literally nothing. So this is what? Dash, neutralize, dagger spray, right?
Yeah, it's 12, 12, 10s, 34, and then neutralize, so we do have to waste an extra ability. Damn.
That's right. It's not a big deal. We'll gain the 4 block from Ornamental Fan. 14 is enough, I think. 18 damage?
Yep.
Rude.
Man. Which one of these things? I think we throw back a Piercing Well.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. Doesn't really matter what we get rid of this turn. could literally have picked any of the cards, and we would have been fine getting rid of them.
Drop an acrobatics. Just play the rest of the hand.
Yeah, this is a fairly good hand to play.
It's just, do we not play Alchemize or do we not play Flying Knee?
I think we don't play Flying Knee on this turn. We've drawn 2 of our high cost cards, 2 of our only high cost cards. So I think you dash and then you dagger spray and then your legs. Wow, do you leg sweep or do you Flying Knee there?
I think we leg sweep just to get the weakness on him.
Yeah, right.
Drop the catalyst. We have no way to trigger it yet. Oh, God.
We really need a Bouncing Flask in this deck.
We really do.
Bouncing Flask and a Noxious Fumes.
I mean, we have to use Predator here. I think we Piercing Whale to just prevent all incoming damage. Or rather, hopefully prevent all incoming damage. Because I really want a Dagger Spray so that we can get through these charges of plated armor.
Yeah, we'll take some damage by Piercing Wailing rather than... Or rather by Dagger Spraying rather than...
Oh, no we won't.
Piercing Wailing.
Ornamental Fan. He's got our back.
I think we still... Oh, no.
No.
No, he doesn't do 10 times. He does like 7 times, so... Yeah, that's fine.
Next long fight, we do want to use a regen potion at the start, though. Drop a PK.
PK is too expensive. We're not going to play it here. I mean, you could make an argument for it because we could go like dodge, PK, but...
I think we just dodge and roll, outmaneuver here.
Yep.
Cool. I don't want to add anything to the top of the deck because there's none of these cards that I want to draw in my next hand, to be honest. Okie dokie. Drop the Survivor. Just play out the rest of the hand.
Yep.
Cool. The ordering didn't matter there on Neutralize and the Dagger Spray. We were still only going to be able to get 2 charges of the plated armor down, unfortunately. Flying Knee Dagger Spray is lethal.
Yep.
Easy. That second Dagger Spray really picked up for us. I don't think we take Skewer anymore. We don't end up with enough energy enough of the time to play it. It's worth noting it doesn't end up horribly, because if it is one of the final cards in our hand, we can just play it for 0, and it might put us over the top for an Ornamental Fan, but I don't think that's worth adding to your deck.
I think... Skewer with an upgrade becomes 10 damage X times, right? So if we have 4 energy, which is our base energy, it's a 40 damage card, which is better than a Bludgeon.
Yes.
At a similar cost.
Right. I mean, it's not better than an upgraded Bludgeon, which is what you want to compare it against.
It's 40 damage. So that's nice. Like having that burst damage availability is really nice in some fights.
The thing is, I don't think this deck wins if we have to have that burst fail. Like, I think if this deck ends up needing that, we've already lost. I think we need the poison generators and then just to defend ourselves. That is the deck archetype we built, and we, rather than trying to fit a bunch of square pegs into round holes, we should probably just find put a real effort in trying to find a round peg.
See, the issue is, our 2 round pegs, the 2 enablers for this deck, are Bouncing Flask and Noxious Fumes. Right? They're the 2 cards that we really want to find. They're both uncommon. We may never see them. And if we never see them, then this deck continues to perform the way it's performing, which is solid, but is it good enough to beat the 3rd floor boss? Skewer gives us an option to have a significant source of damage. You know, we blur or we dodge and roll through to a turn, we end up with 30 block left over, we draw Skewer with an Adrenaline or something.
That's
and then we
really
can
optimistic, though.
It's not... I don't think it's optimistic. I think it will happen if we take Skewer. The question is it going to happen enough? And if we find the poison enablers, right? Like if we find a Bouncing Flask and a Noxious Fumes, the 2 things that we really want, are we going to be sad for having Skewer in the deck? And the answer is yes.
Yes.
So I think this is a 50-50 call. I think you could go either way. I think that Skewer is the slightly safer play because it gives you a card that's helpful right now. Rather than trying to hold out for a card that's better.
I think we're safe enough right now that we don't need to take it for something that's good right now.
Yeah, this deck is still fairly safe, and I think you can definitely skip it and not feel terrible. But if we never come across a poison enabler, then we're gonna feel real bad. It's not Necronomicon.
It's fine. I'm just gonna cry forever. It's okay. I don't need to have happiness in my life.
You can't really complain there, Raps, because Nilrees could end up giving us one of those cards that we desperately desire.
Easily could. Burst!
Yeah. Admittedly, Nilrees cards aren't upgraded, which makes us a little sadder. But...
Which is one of the big reasons I'm not super into it. This guy does a bunch of multi-attacks, so unless he's doing his debuff this turn, which he sometimes does on the second turn, but sometimes he double attacks. I think Piercing Whale's like a good card to play here.
Yeah, I think you drop...
Acrobatics?
Alchemize?
Oh, Acrobatics though.
But Alchemize though?
We could also drop Piercing Whale, because with the Deflect we actually have enough block to withstand the 7x3.
Yeah, drop Piercing Whale, because I'd actually completely forgotten we double dodged, so...
We'll Acrobatics first.
Acrobatics first.
Throw away the Catalyst.
We have no enablers, so yeah, get rid of the Catalyst.
Dagger Spray is now worse damage than just hitting him with the Predator. But if we're Predatoring, I really want to outmaneuver as well.
Predator Alchemize here, right?
Predator Alchemize or Predator Outmaneuver? Because we're going to have extra cards next turn, and we've still got Burst in there as well as Dash. As well as Leg Sweep, in fact.
Burst is skills only, Rhapsody. Burst doesn't work on Dash. Dash is an attack.
Oh, no, I'm not saying that we would be playing them. I'm just saying that Burst incentivizes you playing extra energy. Like, I don't really... Like, when I get Burst, I really, really, really want extra energy so that I can then play Burst as well as a skill, as well as an attack afterwards.
Yeah. I think,
To well around your hand. We've also got Leg Sweep in. We've got our most expensive cards down there. Like...
Yeah.
I think we don't Alchemize yet.
What if Alchemize gives us, like, an energy potion, and we can just drink an energy potion?
Super
I'm playing devil's
optimist.
advocate. You can do either one. Yeah, you can do either one. No, there's a Noxious Fumes.
We did it, Reddit!
Well, we didn't do it. We did it for this fight.
We did it, Reddit!
Doesn't count.
I think we actually...
sheer Dagger Spray.
Sure. I wasn't going to play that either. I want to Burst the Leg Sweep, because it will completely protect us, despite the fact that we are frail. We play the Footwork and the Noxious Fumes, then we just keep protecting ourselves.
Yeah. Footwork, Noxious Fumes, Burst, Leg Sweep, and then Flying Knee for the energy next turn.
We could Flying Knee, or we could get the poison off to a serious start with 4 poison from the Poison Stab.
Yeah, right. Do that.
Cool.
We
Only reason I don't...
next turn.
Yeah. Only reason I don't desperately want the... I actually don't want any of these in our deck. Only reason I don't desperately want the extra energy is because we've just gone through all of our high energy cards.
We're also redrawing, so...
Sure, but like 2 of the cards weren't.
We're not setting up this turn.
Yeah, we're not setting up this turn. You're right. You're right. 3 damage means that happens next. Whee. Didn't make a difference. Hell yeah. Story of my life.
It's alright, Rhapsody. It's okay.
What do we do here? Skip.
Hey, you could take Crippling Poison, but I think you just skip. We don't need it, right? Really, with Nilrees Codex, the question isn't, is that a nice card? It's, do we need it?
Yeah.
We don't. We don't need any of that.
We could Burst and Alchemize.
How are we down to 48 HP? When did that happen?
Picking up the codex takes 16.
Right, of course. It's 16 HP.
Enemies weaken, so it actually can't hit us this turn. So we can throw away dodge and roll or even leg sweep.
I think you ditch leg sweep, and we're gonna play almost everything else. We drink the regen potion, even if we don't get full value out of it. And then we probably
I actually want
me.
Yeah, exactly. We want less damage so that we can get more healing.
Yep. I don't think it's gonna matter. I think both of them result in him dying in 2 more turns, but
Let's give me defense. No! Defense!
But we could play Catalyst! We could play Catalyst! Oh no. It's alright. Everything's fine. And then we end turn, we gain 3 more HP, so we gain 9 HP.
Putting adrenaline in our deck because fucking why not? God, that
Nilry's went off second Catalyst Plus.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nilry's went off in that. Like, every card it gave us was insane.
We desperately need...
We need some poison.
We do.
So, tools leg sweep that maneuver, I think, and leg sweep the front dude.
Do we leg sweep? So...
Yeah, these guys can hit you on the first turn. We don't want to take damage.
No, you're right. They totally can. Leg sweep is... It does apply a weakness, and it gives us 12 block. Without leg sweep, we have 6 block, and we get to put leg sweep in the next hand.
We leg sweep. 12 block plus a weakness for 2 turns is way better than 6 block. Ooh, after image?
Yeah.
It's solid. We'd really like to find Mummified Hand, but I think it was in the first shop of this run.
Yeah, it was. It was. Toss Catalyst. We have no trigger yet.
Well, we do have Adrenaline. We do have Acrobatics.
And we have Distraction, but our only trigger is still quite small.
I think you get rid of Blur. Well, Distraction could give you Bouncing Flask.
Here we go. Bouncing Flask.
Another Adrenaline.
Kind of better. I think we Acrobatics before we use the Adrenalines, though. Because we want the larger card draw. Yeah. Drop a dodge and roll here.
Yep.
There's our Poison Stab. So frontline is just going to be Poison Stab, Catalyze. Hopefully Poison Stab, Catalyze, Catalyze. Yeah, let's go.
He's just dead, right?
Not really.
Triple.
He's dead the next turn.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's just dead.
I think we neutralize the back line just to weaken them. Dodge roll, Piercing Whale, Alchemize.
Yep, I can get behind that. Just make sure you pop a potion.
Good.
You
idea.
almost didn't.
No, I was gonna use a potion. I was just holding the Alchemize there for posterity.
Oh dear. We don't. Yeah, it doesn't matter what we throw at him. Just draw a potion. We don't want any of that.
None of that go.
So hopefully, ow, he hit us for 4.
How dare they?
Alright, so front duder is dead. Predator dash on the bat guy.
I'm not even gonna use deflect. I don't want it. I should
How
use
disrespectful, Rhapsody.
I'm super disrespecting it right now.
Doesn't matter, he's gonna heal. We didn't have a blur active. Okay, and then just
flashing knee is 12. It's yeah. Beautiful.
He is so dead.
I want to take a poison potion so we have an activator in our hand just in wait for the catalysts.
Yeah, ditch the ancient potion.
Yeah, that needs to get better. All right, so there in our opening hand, we have tools of the trade. Reflex, when we discard it, will just give us 2 more extra cards. And it's upgraded.
Yeah, it's pretty solid, but Die is amazing too.
Die is amazing, but we do have dagger sprays. 2 of them.
Yeah, which is like Die light.
So, I think one of the things that we might want to upgrade right now is Tools of the Trade, because it's always in our opening hand, and we could play it for 0. Like, it's effectively a lantern for us, upgrading that.
Yeah, I think you could upgrade Tools of the Trade. I think you could also consider upgrading, like, Dash or Leg Sweep. But I think Tools of the Trade first.
Mm-hmm. I don't even know who that boss is. I gotta be honest with you. I've got to get used to these.
It's gonna be Collector for sure.
Yep.
Not a bad opening hand there.
Okay, so do we Swift Potion to try and get the other catalyst so we can just bomb this nerd?
Yeah, absolutely we do.
Awesome.
And we have an Acrobatics as well.
Mm-hmm.
We go ham shopping.
Can Acrobatics right now. Ah!
We didn't get there, but that's alright.
We tried. We could even set up the catalyst, save it for next turn.
I think we do. I think we set up the catalyst, we Predator.
Mm-hmm. And outmaneuver?
Yeah, because we would like some additional energy next turn.
Burst!
Yeah, right.
Come on, yes! It's gonna be so
But
good!
if we draw burst and we don't draw catalyst, then we didn't draw catalyst because we drew burst. I think the back guy might come close to death?
Yeah, I think so. So it's 6/6/6, and this guy does a buff this turn, so...
Well, let's not worry about that, Rhapsody. Let's worry about Poison Stab applies 3
4.
poison. 4 because of Snecko Skull.
And then 7
gets
from Poison
7.
Skull takes him to 11. Catalyze takes that to 33, and then another Catalyze takes that to 99. Well, actually, it takes it to 34, because it also applies an extra 1 from Snecko Skull. And then triple again, we end up at 102.
To 102.
I think we want distraction in this hand because we might draw card draw. Like, currently we're only using Poison Stab and a 1 mana Catalyst. Like, we've only got 2 mana accounted for out of what we want to play. I think we drop the Survivor and we see if we kill.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Cool.
Because we could find a burst.
Prepared could get us burst. Or
Could
it
also
could
get us Reflex, which would double draw us.
Exactly.
Or Piercing Wail, which would save us a bunch of damage.
Reflex double draws us. Doesn't get us burst, unfortunately.
Ah, the sadness, though.
We can alchemize looking
Right,
for another poison
alchemize for a
potion.
poison potion.
Yes. Damn it!
That's right. That's right. So,
I mean,
probably...
99 is 3 turns until the collector dies, right?
Yeah,
we just
yeah,
play
he's gonna-
everything
he's gonna-
here.
Yeah, I think you'd consider Dex Potioning, maybe?
Yeah, I
Because we're
could
going
Dex
to blur,
Potion.
dodge, deflect.
Well, I mean, blur, dodge, deflect. These guys do 6/6/6. Blur, dodge, deflect by itself completely protects us.
Yeah, but big guy can slap you around this turn as well.
Can he? I think he always plays defensive this turn.
No,
Oh, okay.
I've seen him slap me on the second turn. For sure.
Ooh. All right. Well, let's do the obvious stuff first, right? $103. Ugh. Damn. We were off. We can neutralize him, because if he is going to slap us, he's going to do the largest slap of all time.
Yep. So you neutralize him, and then you play. I think you Dex Potion.
Okay. I'm down with
Honestly.
that.
So much damage.
Yep. He went for a hit. Whew.
Oh, there's our burst.
We could just burst the piercing whale. Prevent all damage
Yeah.
this turn.
Yeah, if you just burst Piercing Wail and then play like Footwork Blow.
Yeah.
to give us a little bit more block, just in case he's attacking again, which I doubt. But
Sure,
doesn't
reflex.
matter. He's dead next turn.
Yeah.
So now we really need a bouncing flask
Extremely.
and a noxious fumes
Also, yes.
and a nightmare. Just more bursts. Oh, that's a good fight.
Okay, so for what it's worth, a corpse explosion we can't take. Like, it is really, really good when this works, but it doesn't always work. For what it's worth, Tactician is actually pretty good in a deck that already has Tools of the Trade upgraded.
Yeah, Tactician is basically a +1 energy every 5 draws for us. Which is kind of like Sunflower Light or Happy Flower Light.
True, but also upgraded its 2 energy.
Yeah.
The thing that we do have to worry about is if we do discard Reflex, and it draws us 2 cards, if one of those cards happens to be Tactician, we are sad boys.
Yeah, I think you take Adrenaline here. I think Adrenaline is a much more reliable card. It gives you energy and card draw.
Okay.
I like Corpse Explosion. Like, it can do a surprising amount of work, but we don't have the poison enablers in deck. We don't have a Noxious Fumes, we don't have a Bouncing Flask, so...
So, here's something. Maybe, just maybe, we take Astrolabe.
What do you want to kill with Astrolabe?
1 outmaneuver, 1 deflect, and something else. Maybe setup.
Outmaneuver, deflect, setup.
A lot of the time we don't use setup. Outmaneuver and like this. These are 3 different chances to get an upgraded poison card.
What are the other options? Black Star and...
Yeah, Black Star and Lizard Tail.
Yeah, so Lizard Tail's garbage. Black Star's a really nice relic, but you really want to get it earlier in the game. I think we Astrolabe here, and then we can debate on which cards we kill. I think
1
we definitely want to kill one of the
100%
outmaneuvers.
Yes.
Yeah, one of the outmaneuvers goes 100% of the time. I think setup goes.
Yes.
I don't think we have enough high cost cards, and we have enough energy gain and cycle and draw and stuff that we don't care. What else do we want to get rid of though? Deflect is an option. What else is an option though? What else could we possibly kill?
All of the ones near the bottom, I think, are non-negotiable keeps.
So it would be deflect. Yeah, I think deflect.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think we kill deflect as well.
We got a grand finale. We got an upgraded acrobatics and an upgraded phantasmal killer. So, well, you know, sometimes when you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die, yeah, kind of thing. I am a sad dude. This is what happens when I try to embrace transform meta. Like, there was a recent episode where I was playing and I was like, oh, Lollash likes transforming. I'll transform the first card. And got completely stunk out by it. Got a Wild Strike.
Wild Strike's amazing. What are you talking
Got a
about?
Wild Strike in a deck that did not want to use Wild Strikes.
Oh, Rhapsody. Well, 2 floors down, 1 floor to go.
That is, by the way, that was an hour-long episode, so, you know.
We argued a lot in that, but sorry
did.
to the comment section.
My apologies, comment section, for all the content. I'll dial it back. I'm gonna wind him up next time. It's fine. Well,
we'll just do like a 20-minute episode next time.
Yeah, no kidding. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. His name has been Lollash. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. There are playlists, links, descriptions. I'll do the full spiel at the end of the next episode. See you then.
Bye, guys.